Yo, what's good? What's Gucci, y'all? Here he is, episode numero 9.
Is it?
Something like that.
Good for us.
I wish we're almost to the double digits.
I heard on another podcast today, actually, that you should do at least 6 episodes before you decide if this is even good or not.
6 episodes?
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
I think we're good.
Yeah. Well, I'm just like, that's a shitload of work.
Yeah, but...
It's not work. It's just talking. But
after episode 6, basically, you should know, like, is it good?
Chemistry?
Are you enjoying it? How is the chemistry?
Okay.
What do you need to fix, you know?
Right.
And like in the podcast, because I was telling you this, I just like listening to how people are starting out to like compare it to us.
Absolutely.
And it seems like literally, like now they're getting it. And I feel like we got a good flow.
Damn. You know how many episode 6 podcasts I've listened to ever in my life? Guess.
You won.
Ha! 0.
No, I was
Never.
gonna say 0, but I was giving you the benefit of the doubt.
I'm usually at like, it's like 303.
What?
Yeah, 100%. And that's like when they're still like new. And I'm like, what the fuck? You've been doing this
you
for...
know me, I'm an season 1, episode 1 kind of girl.
Yeah.
So like on podcasts, I literally go sort oldest to newest.
Right.
And I click on episode.
That's fucking crazy. I mean, I respect the discipline.
Yeah.
But Jesus Christ, I could never do that.
Yeah.
I'm
and
just
then
like,
I get terrified when it says like September 23rd, 2016. I'm like, oh my God, I'm in here for a long time.
Right.
I hope I like it.
Yeah. I'm also the type of person though that like skips seasons of shows.
Yeah.
Like with
or like, what about, do you read the last page of the book?
No, I don't do that.
Okay.
Books are different.
Those are cycles.
Books are like movies. This is series, right? So it's like with Game of Thrones, right? I remember watching like the first season, and I was like, "This is fucking stupid." And then
You're stupid.
And then it was like, okay. And then season 5, I was like, okay, now this is like legit.
Yeah, I won't agree with you on that one. It's
No,
Game of Thrones.
You know the books are better though.
100%.
Okay, so there you go. Okay.
But you also can't get through book 1.
You just commented.
You can't get through
I did.
book 1.
No, I did.
Did you finish it?
Yeah, 100%.
I thought you just gave it back to me and you didn't finish it.
None of the pages were bent.
Yeah, I'm like,
damn it! I should have put the pages.
Read it.
No, I read. No, the books are great. His writing style is amazing. Like it is really good. Anyways,
Why we are here today?
I hope we passed the 6 episode benchmark. So we're still doing it. So I guess we still believe in it. I didn't even know we should question it yet.
Well, it's funny because I literally just heard that today. So we weren't questioning it. We're killing it.
Yeah.
I hope you guys think we are.
I love the confidence, baby.
Our 100,000 listeners out there. We are killing it.
Mom and Dad, thank you. I hope we're doing great. Anyway, so here he is. So last episode this is our last stretch of the West Coast to recap real quick.
January 2022. We're getting close.
Yeah, we're catching up real motherfucking quick. So we did San Francisco to San Diego, and then our next stop was Mexico.
Ooh, finally.
Finally.
Remember how we told you guys that it was going to be the first one? We were going to attempt this whole like travel and work remote thing, and we were like, just kidding, that's a lot, like we're not going to go international on our first trip. Well, we finally made it a year later.
1 year later. Do you think we're going to break this all down, but do you think in retrospect, if we started off doing what we did, we only did we only did 2 weeks, we didn't do a full month. We were like,
because we wanted to do the whole West Coast thing. So we wanted to, financially, it's like we can't do a month and then like weekend trips.
No, fuck no. San Francisco takes all your money.
Do I think we could have handled it?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Well, especially everything that happened. Do you think that we made the right decision by postponing it for like essentially a year?
You know what? I think we did. I think
we made the right decision.
By waiting, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we had some hurdles in Mexico that it's like if we had started off with that, would it have turned us off?
Yeah, so My answer isn't I think we did. I'm going to say I know we did.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it because of the same reason?
Yeah, 100%. We had our feet under us. We could handle everything that came to us. It definitely was the rockiest a little bit. It was just because it's different. Like, your sources of complaining if something fucks up is different. Like, it's just different. So we went to Rosarito. Yeah. So technically we were trying to go to Tijuana because everyone talks about that in LA. Mm-hmm.
It's like literally 45 minutes from
San Diego. Yeah.
From San Diego, not even from the border. It's like 15 minutes from the border.
Right. No, I think it's even closer. I think it's like because you just got to go through the toll and the border, which FYI, coming from America into Mexico is a speed bump. Like it's like one of those dudes, you know, when you're like they traffic stop you in those little vests with the stop sign. It's like one of those dudes, and he's just like, yeah, you can go, whatever.
Yeah, I think we had so much anticipation for crossing the border, and it was so anticlimactic.
Yeah, no, I pulled out my GoPro.
Yeah, and then you put it right back.
Yeah, immediately. I was like, fuck this. This is so lame.
But then also, as soon as we crossed the border, we lost signal and service immediately. And like, we didn't pay for any international plans. So we immediately crossed the border. We missed a turn. I'm driving. Was I driving?
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So we miss a turn. We have no Wi-Fi. Where do we go? But we are also trying to go to a Costco.
So basically, why we're trying to go to Costco is we're trying to buy, obviously, a ton of groceries.
Yeah. So we're in Mexico for 2 weeks. We don't know where to get food. Like, let's just be safe. I already knew there was a Costco literally right off the border. Let's just stock up. Let's get everything. I love Costco. Sponsor us.
Oh my God, please. Yeah. We literally, because we're like, okay, there's obviously not I don't know where you're listening from, but a Kroger, Ralph's, Freddy's, or Publix, or whatever, you know. So we're like, Trader Joe's. Every you know, we've already talked about this a little bit, whereas every place has a different grocery store. So we're like, okay, there is a Costco literally right on the other side of the border. Yeah. Which is like, I guess, just made for tourists because what is the rules of crossing the border is you can't bring rice. It was like food, but it's like specific, but it is like food essentially.
Well, it was like very specific, but obviously no like fresh produce, meat, seafood, no rice, which I thought was weird, like grains.
That was in all caps.
Because it can bring in insects.
You know what I like to do when I travel to another country? Is bring a ton of grains. That's my thing.
I know, you love your rice and pasta and bread.
Love it. I love the raw materials that make that.
You love grapes.
That's my favorite thing is to travel with. Usually 90%. No, anyway.
And
all right. Anyways.
Going to Costco. So we miss our turn. We like freak out a little bit. That was like first bump in the road of like, oh shit, we're international now. We gotta figure it out. Even though we had already done Costa Rica, it just like felt different because now we're driving in my car. Yeah. So it's like we can go a lot of miles and like not know where the fuck we are. You know, like we never drove in Costa Rica.
Also, we never like literally our food supply that we're trying to get just evaporated in front of us. Almost.
Yeah, we're like, no.
Like, yeah, this is our hunting, right? And obviously we're like, we're going to have Wi-Fi, so we don't need to buy an international plan. We're right across there. So that's why it's like, the thing with Google Maps, FYI, not Apple Maps, this is the truth. Google Maps show, like, you can have Wi-Fi and it'll show you how to get there the entire time, whether you have Wi-Fi or not, or airplane mode, anything.
Yeah.
The satellite.
I'll move with you.
Yeah. Apple Maps does not fucking do that. And I'm an Apple Maps guy.
I know.
I'm like one of 3 people in this world apparently.
I feel like I'm finally winning you over. Like,
well,
I'm like, come on. Even here in New York.
No.
Flash forward. Is that a thing? Fast forward to present day.
Yeah.
Come on. You know Google Maps is showing us the way with the metros.
Yes.
Apple Maps is going with the walking.
Yeah, thank you.
Sometimes.
Thank you.
But Google Maps with the metros kills it.
And New York's a walking city, so it's 50-50. Anyway, so we missed a turn.
We get to Costco though.
But we do, because it's huge. It's right there. We're just like, it's right off the interstate though.
Yeah,
like we
so
missed
big.
an exit, and when you miss an exit, you're like, fuck, dude. But we didn't have to worry about that. It was like we pulled around.
Yeah.
And we get into
and
Costco.
we can see it. Like, thank the good Lord.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said it.
You praising the Walmart gods?
No, the Costco.
Well, no, Sam's is owned by Walmart. Yeah. No, we could see it. I mean, it's so big, obviously. So we just like, there it is, boom.
Yeah.
But it's also like, okay, well, we still don't have a map. We got to still know how to get on track to go where we're going to go. So we get to Costco. We did. It was actually not too hard. Mm-hmm. And we essentially we bought a ton of groceries.
Mm-hmm. For 2 weeks.
Yeah. So our plan, because here's the thing, like maybe 4 days before we left, I don't know why. It's one of those, you ever been like, you're trying to go to sleep and your mind just goes crazy?
Not I.
No, she falls asleep immediately, but me and everyone else. You're the weird one, FYI.
Totally. No, I know that.
Yeah. We're all jealous.
But to all my weirdos.
Yeah, she can sleep. So I was like, I don't know why, I gotta look this place up, Tijuana. And Tijuana is the most dangerous city in the world.
Not the most.
No, it is. Look it up.
You said it was like number 4.
In the world?
Yeah.
Whatever. Fact check me. Go. Look it up.
Okay, number 4 is still crazy.
Yeah, right. What's the difference between 1 and 4?
The world.
Yeah. It's still, that's what I should have said. But anyway, there's still, what is it? 4 less stabbing, 1 less mass shooting, whatever.
Yeah, I'm like, that's still really bad.
It's still crazy, right? So I was like, fucking shit. Like, you already, when you think about Mexico, you think about cartels and shit. So It's like, it just really made me go, oh no, dude. And so before we even went, we made sure we found like a gated community where we didn't have to park on the street.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's like, I'm sure it's a border town. Border towns in general are like sketchy as fuck. Like we were like, all right, well, we can buy enough food for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We cook every meal. Easy enough.
At Costco?
At a Costco in particular.
We got so much good stuff, I feel like.
Yeah. Because originally we were going to like buy it in maybe San Diego. And we're like,
right. We looked it up and we were like, no. We also have we have a couple, but we have a friend in LA who's Mexican, like literally grew up her whole life in Mexico and like crosses the border, I feel like monthly.
Yeah.
Like she goes to her doctor in Tijuana, I'm pretty sure. Like she just drives all the time through it. So we're asking her a bunch of questions and like instantly she's like, oh, but yeah, like don't bring food through it. And I was like, what? I was gonna stock up on like Trader Joe's shit.
Right.
Like,
yeah, because we're gonna buy beforehand.
Right.
And
right
then,
before.
Yeah, and we're like, well, dude, we don't want to lose 2 weeks worth of food. And then of course, though, it is like right on the other side of the border is a giant Costco. Anyway, we buy that. Okay. And we're driving along the coast and we get to our place.
Yeah. And so, why did we end up choosing even Tijuana? Or actually, we should explain. So, we're in Tijuana, but it's actually called Rosarito.
We're kind of in between the two.
You're right. So, it has no name. We're in no name
land. We're on the highway. Motel 6. No, so, I mean, the thing is like, I know Tijuana is dangerous. So, once again, we're trying to, like, stay away from, like, the city part of it, because there's parts of it that it's like, it's gang turf.
Right.
Essentially.
Tijuana's the city, Rosarito's the beach town, so we stayed like in the middle.
Yeah.
But I would say definitely closer to Rosarito, towards the beach.
For sure.
And like one of the things we really wanted was like, okay, we're going to Mexico. We want beachfront property for 2 weeks. Like, I want to wake up and work looking at the ocean.
100%.
And we got it.
Absolutely. It was, I mean, it's right on the beach, but the caveat of it is the West Coast in general, which it's true. And it's like, you don't even think about it. It's on a cliff. Right. So it's not like you walk into the beach. You're on a dope fucking like cliff beat. Like, I don't know. If you've ever been to the West Coast, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Like Big Sur.
Yeah, Big Sur type shit. So
all of that.
And it's cold, so you're not really thinking about like I want to sunbathe right now.
You don't necessarily want to lay on the sand, but I know what you mean. Like we wanted sand to walk on, not like, oh shit, I'm gonna fall off and die. But it made for stunning sunsets, like that cliff view. And also, guys, literally, I was just telling my friend this. Like, I'm like, why have you not gone to Mexico? You live in LA. It's like 2 hours away. Mm-hmm. Why did we never go to Mexico? It is so cheap. And when I'm telling you, literally our view the entire time was the ocean. I'm not exaggerating. And this is like our entire view, not like one window. Like, it was incredible.
Yeah. No, it really was like just like what you just said, where it's like, I cannot, like, everyone goes to Joshua Tree or something. And it's like, yo, you can literally go to Mexico.
For half the price.
A quarter of the price.
A quarter.
And you're like on, like, you feel like a fucking drug lord.
Yeah.
Like of how amazing your view is. Every morning, wake up. It's just beautiful.
Yeah. Our apartment was way too big for us.
No, we literally got it was 2-bedroom.
4 beds.
4 beds. And it's just us.
We only slept in 1 bed.
No, we had this long ass hallway we never walked down.
Yeah.
That went to the other room or whatever. So it was great. I mean, shit, it was unbelievable. It looked pretty. Everything was good. Except we're in a foreign country, and foreign countries don't have like I don't know, plumbing and shit like that.
Shit like that.
Tell me about some of that, Laylee.
I love the little joke in there. The biggest problem I feel like is hot water just kept coming in and out.
Yeah.
Like. Basically, there were a lot of nights we didn't shower.
Yeah.
Good thing it was cold. And we're like not sweating.
Laylee's
what are you
used
gonna
to
say
it.
some shit?
Yeah,
No.
Laylee's used to not showering, but no. I shower.
I loved it.
Every day. And
I showered twice a day.
Laylee lived her normal life.
I showered twice a day. I used to.
Not anymore, though.
And then Mexico happened.
And you're like, so, no, we had like a hot water heater thing, and we would do like voodoo. We'd pray to this thing. I swear to God, we were like tapping it. We have a Peruvian friend who knows like a weird spells that she does. And I was like, let's just put her on FaceTime to talk to this fucking thing. Funciona, yeah, that. So, because it was like one of those things. So, hot water, we had hot water probably 70% of the time.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Was it that?
But I feel like the 30% that we didn't was always right when we were gonna fucking shower.
Oh, every single time.
It was never at like a random time.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, now let's shower. We just worked out. Oh my God, we don't have hot water. And like, we messaged our Airbnb host, and then he would like call the maintenance guy. The maintenance guy would come. Like, they were very efficient about that part, like super responsive, like play around with the knobs, do their thing. Cool, they fixed it, but I'm like, I swear it was just happening. And it happened like a good amount of times that we started noticing, like, I don't think they're really doing anything other than like changing the knob back and forth. Like, let's try it.
Yeah.
Because I just feel like it was a bigger problem than the fucking knob.
No, because the pilot light, I think.
You know more about it. It was that heater thing.
I'm a dude. That's some sexist bullshit. But
tell me,
no,
man.
I mean, but at the same time, we just can understand things better.
No, that's not why.
I think you just said that. Thank you.
I love how you're turning.
I didn't turn nothing. The record speaks. But
cut that.
Clip it. This is gonna be the trailer for this. Laylee going, men are better.
I never said.
Why do you? So tell me why. Can I ask you a question? Why do you think men are smarter?
That is a different podcast that I am not the co-host to.
Yeah, right. That's just two white guys talking to each other.
Yeah,
totally. So anyway, it was annoying in the sense of just like, one, not having hot water, and two, it's like I hate like having to bug somebody who has to hit someone else up. Like, it was just a process that, it's like I'm the first chain of this domino.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever the saying is, I don't know what it is.
Unfortunately, there were more things we had to bug the guy about.
It was cheap though, FYI. So it is like a weird part of your brain where you're like, you know what? It's still pretty good for what you paid for. But it was, what else?
So I'm just going to touch on the biggest one. Let's get it out of the way.
Absolutely.
Wi-Fi was kind of terrible.
Yeah. Yes, Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi was terrible.
What I was thinking.
So
about
again, we.
I'm kidding. Yeah, no.
We didn't take off. We're fully working remote in Mexico.
Yeah, this was our biggest fear, though, too.
So we picked a gated community, a building, a place that looks like a little resort.
It was a resort.
Which also, remember, we found out when we get there. I'm pretty sure this guy used the pictures from the resort across the street.
Yo, he did.
Do you remember that?
Did we talk about that?
Not in the podcast.
No, I mean, but in person?
Yeah, because we were like, where's the golf course?
Right.
No golf course.
Yo, this motherfucker. Wow, what a swindler. Yo,
I was saving it for the podcast.
No, absolutely. I'm glad you did. I totally forgot. I didn't even know we talked about that. Absolutely. So this guy, I mean, it was still great. Like,
I know, we don't want to talk shit at all. This was,
but at the same time, no,
trip.
fuck that shit. Because he was like, oh, you guys want dinner? It's here. You want this? You want a golf cart to drive around? And he was actually, there's a resort thing that we walked to, like a city, like a town resort. Like,
yeah, across the street, but
the highway.
it's still not our resort, so we can't just like walk up to it.
No,
or
we
have
tried
the amenities.
Everywhere has a gated guy because there's drug dealers that are going to kill
4.
you. Yeah. Two.
4.
Uno.
So
Numero.
Demos.
Yeah, primo.
But no, so we're working in our beautiful little oceanfront place. Wi-Fi is not cooperating. I'm talking like we have to take turns. Like, shut off everything you're using. I'm trying to work for this next hour. It's like, go as fast as you can. All right, now you have a call. You take over. Like, it was that bad.
It was terrible. Yeah. Remote workers, beware, I guess. Just understand that, like, your Zoom calls, they don't exist.
No, they do though. That's the stress of it. It's like you have to show up for them. That is your job.
No,
and
I'm
you're
saying,
like so stressed out about it.
I'm saying, like, you gotta find a workaround.
Oh no, totally.
They don't exist in the sense that it's like you're gonna be half frozen.
Yeah,
every
so frozen.
third word you say is gonna not exist in whoever you're talking to.
Yeah. I think this is also the trip where I found out I actually use a lot more internet than you do, I guess.
Yeah, you do. Well, no, yeah. Well, you know now, but yeah.
I think I found out in that trip.
Yeah.
Like, I was soaking it up.
Yeah, you did. A lot of it. And we had to trade off a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I use a little, slightly less, thank God. Yeah. I mean, we managed, though.
We did it.
At the same time, maybe we're just two Americans complaining.
No. I think it was a real issue. For remote workers from America.
From America. Yeah, anywhere in America, great. Guess what? You move outside of America, apparently Wi-Fi fucking sucks.
Do we even need to talk about more bad things? I feel like we need to talk about some good things. Right? Like, we're in this beautiful waterfront property. Like, let's take advantage of it. So I feel like we were, like, not that we became these people, but we were definitely like, wake up and meditate, and then we're gonna read for an hour, and then we're gonna work, and then we're gonna wrap up and go for a walk, and then we're gonna read again, and then we're gonna meditate again, and then we're gonna cook an amazing meal.
Amazing. We got so good
and it was
cooking.
such a beautiful life. Like, I miss that.
I loved it.
It was so
I love it.
calm.
I've been like, my thing now is like, it's like some people be like, fuck the city, I'm tired. Like, everyone's like, I'm gonna move to a cabin in the woods. I'm like, nah, man, a desolate beach vibe. And that's what we were at. And it was like, yo, meditating, because we meditated like at least twice a day.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I would say that was like the best my mental health has been, like, in terms of like being aware of my mental health, because I'm sure when I was like a child, I had amazing mental health. But, you know, like, being an adult and being aware, like, that was so, like, I don't know. It was like you're in control, but also you're not because you're a human in this beautiful life. Not to get too deep. We're not that podcast.
No, but it was just simplified things because it's like, it's kind of like the pandemic in the sense of like, you're focused in where you're at and we're not moving anywhere. So it's like you're there. So you're like forced to sit with your thoughts and not have distractions. Even though we had an amazing sunset every single morning and evening. Sunrise, right? Mm-hmm. Sunrise was pretty good. We saw it a couple times.
Yeah, no, we did. But that wasn't a distraction, right? That's like an enhancement to the day. Like, shut up, we're watching the sunset now, you know?
Lord. Yeah, right? We're like, we got 20 minutes. It's almost like a TV show that we'd watch normally.
Yeah.
Right?
But that's the best.
That's what
it was amazing.
Everyone used to do back in the day.
Yeah.
All the natives.
It also just makes you appreciate every single thing. Like, I feel like we love cooking together, but I feel like Rosarito in those 2 weeks elevated it. Like, it's like such an activity. Like, we are working to get cooking together, blasting our music. What recipe are we gonna make from our like Costco haul? Like, you know, we have a limited supply of food. Like, what are we gonna do with it? And we were creating some amazing stuff.
Yeah, and it was weird because it's like, you're also like, you guys ever taken a vacation to like a Florida beach town and they got like, no problems, all wine, or what, you know what I'm saying? Or like family, wine, God, whatever. You know, it's Florida. You know what? And there's seashells everywhere and it's tile flooring, all that bullshit. So that's what this place was.
But another thing was, we had some fun. We were still kind of on vacation. So it was our 2-year anniversary.
Yeah, totally.
While we were there.
I knew that.
Did you? What is the date?
You know it.
Tell me.
Boom.
Take it away.
No, it's and we're back. Sorry, I had to go pee or something. So what were you saying lately about our anniversary? Yeah.
I was like, we're in Mexico. How could we not treat ourselves, right? So we went and we got these bougie massages in like this crazy mansion of like the third king of Spain owned it. Like something crazy like that you just like walk in and you're like, whoa.
Didn't Marilyn Monroe used to stay there?
Yeah, I think like all those people. I don't know.
All those. Yeah, exactly. So we went and got massages.
It was incredible.
Yeah.
And then we got like, you know, hot tubs.
Damn it. What is their name so we can get sponsored?
Oh, I know, right?
There's no way.
I
they
can
heard
like
this,
feel it in my back.
it was pretty good. We'll just massage.
That was actually my first couples massage. Probably not yours, you hoe. But
couples massage?
Yeah, I think it was mine.
Yeah. Here's the thing about couples massage. Who gives a fuck?
You're just doing it together.
You're looking through a stupid hole the whole time.
No, you're not looking. Are you opening your eyes? Close them.
Yeah, they're probably closed. Sometimes they open.
Not closed.
Yeah, you know.
When it feels good, you open them.
Just for a second. I go, woo. No, you're right. I guess I don't close. I mean, the only time they might open is when my face is like starting to hurt.
Oh.
Your face never hurts?
No, you always tell me I got a squishy face.
Oh, you
so
do?
Mine doesn't hurt,
Damn it.
actually.
It's wide. That's why, yeah.
I'm like...
Mine's like fucking too narrow and bony, I guess.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah, mine has never hurt.
You do sleep literally face down. Your face,
not every time.
No, your face is directly into the mattress.
That's only... Okay, I will explain my sleeping
no pillow,
situation first.
No pillow, and then she'll just... If I'm awake for a second in the night, she does like a grudge head turn, and she goes...
This is weird. They're not gonna get it, and you're making seem...
No, they know what I'm talking about. No, well, visually, but not probably in person, because who the fuck does that in person?
We'll talk about it on another
Leilani
episode.
Sanchez, that's who.
We'll talk about it on another
Yeah, we'll
episode.
fucking talk about it.
And it was a great treat.
Paranormal Activity. We'll just show that movie, and I'll go, yeah, this is a live documentary of this girl. Anyway, yes, great treat. Food. It was
another treat.
We cooked definitely the absolute most.
Like I would say 90% of the time.
Yeah.
Or even 95%. What do you think?
Probably. I mean, we planned it out. We literally wrote out the meals of every day.
I loved it.
I know you like.
I'm very
that's
OCD.
So much.
If you guys don't know this, and like, actually, I'm pretty sure you did it.
I
my
did.
baby.
I started because
you literally wrote out a menu for every single day of the week.
It was my idea because I was like, in the sense of like, we're gonna cook every meal, so let's buy the food for the meals that we're gonna cook. So I want to know the meals that we're gonna cook.
Aww.
So we're not just let's just buy a bunch of this and a bunch of that.
Right. No. So he literally had lunch and dinner while we were eating.
Because we don't eat breakfast.
Aww, that was awesome. It's like I'm falling in love again.
I know. That's so romantic. Yo, what'd you guys do? I meal prepped.
You meal prepped?
And she fell in love with me, bro. You would love a chef. I'm not gonna. No chefs you will ever talk to.
No chef would plan out the meal, though.
Yeah.
No, they're so, like, sporadic.
How many do you know?
And, let me feel the ingredients. I know one.
Yeah, me too. Damn it. Okay, well, so basically, with
I know two if we're counting Timmy.
Oh, well, then I know three.
No, you don't.
Mm-hmm.
Name them.
Timmy, Chandra, and then he's a dude. I think he's Pakistani. And then Sam.
Are you lying?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's pretty good though. You believed it.
I almost did.
I could have said no, I'm not, and then you would have no, shut up, and then you'd be like, oh, I guess he's for real. That's your only line of defense? No, I'm truthful. Anyway,
back to the food. We cooked most of it.
We did, but we did eat a little bit out.
Yes. So first off, we found this place right by us. We obviously want some good coffee sometimes. We are not getting that with whatever coffee machine we have. So I found a little cafe. We get there.
It's called Dunkin' Donuts. No, I'm kidding.
In Mexico?
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called. But that place was amazing.
Yeah.
So it's oh my God, we ordered coffee. We ordered some croissants. We go upstairs. Oceanfront. It's literally a rooftop oceanfront little breakfast spot.
Everything was.
No, you're right. Everything in that town was, but it was just how is this real? And then they bring it to us in these giant Mexican looking mugs.
Ooh, so describe a Mexican mug to the audience,
It
please.
just feels... No, I don't think
It's got a little mustache, you fuck.
No,
it was
all warm and made out of clay. It feels very authentic.
No, I did.
And handmade. And really kept the warmth in there. And it was the size of my face.
Adobe Deco? Is that what it's called?
Something like that.
Why? I'm telling you the words. You should know this.
I said warm mud.
Mud? Yeah. Probably. Clay.
Oh my God, no. Best coffees ever for $3.
Something like that.
And then we have almond chocolate croissant.
So it was really good. Costa Rica still had the best croissants we've ever eaten in our lives.
Yeah, the best almond croissants. But only that one spot. It's not I would say Costa Rica, but that one spot was incredible.
All the food was good there. We never tried more croissants there.
You're right.
But anyway, I don't want to take away from them.
We found our coffee spot.
It was really good.
Go there twice a week, I would say. Just for coffee, maybe croissants.
I think we went there maybe a total of 3 times.
Oh. So 1.5 times a week.
Right? I mean, for real. I don't know.
No, I think we went 4. Let's say 4.
Okay, let's say.
Who cares?
Yeah, right. What does this number matter? Either way, it was good.
And this is in our neighborhood, literally an exit away from where we are. A 5-minute drive.
Yeah.
Another thing we found in that
freeway.
same little shopping center area was $5 margaritas.
Motherfuck yeah.
That were double the size of my face.
Easily.
Those were so big.
I think you drank it with not your hands. You just
my face.
Yeah.
I dunked it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They were so good though.
Actually, they're good. I don't even. You know what's weird? I'm I learned this through you, I guess, because I've drank so many margaritas fucking now, is I don't even know if I like margaritas.
I know. Cancel him.
I know. You should. I can't want to. You don't think I hate myself for saying that out loud?
No, I know. You
I
did
wanna love
realize
them.
it
Yeah.
because of me. Me and my friends love margaritas.
And they make shitty fucking margaritas. No. What if that maybe it is, though? No. I never realized it until I was hanging out with you. And why is that? Me and my friends like, maybe the margaritas that are getting put in my hand when I'm fucking drinking.
Okay, we can't always give you restaurant quality margaritas. We're making them ourselves.
Why not?
We're making them ourselves.
None of y'all speak a lick of English when you were babies. So y'all should make great margaritas.
My country...
Is that racist? Probably.
My country is about rum, not tequila.
I know.
So screw you.
Yeah, well, you never made me
racist.
a Cuba Libre, so whatever.
I could.
Yeah, it's so easy. I can make you one tomorrow.
Yeah, it's just a rum and coke, but it's called a Cuba Libre.
Yeah. Anyway.
I don't really know how that happened, but that's a whole other thing.
Anyway, we love each other, but margaritas, they were good. So, it's also oceanfront, fucking just beautiful. It's like, imagine going to like, how would you describe like a neighborhood, like little taqueria or something?
Yeah.
And it's on the fucking beach.
Yeah, ugh.
Overhead, looking down.
We never ate their food, but their $5 margaritas got up.
We also got tacos in that area.
One time.
Yeah. Because we could walk there, so we drove there to like usually get coffee. I think maybe one time to get margaritas, and the other time we walked there. Mm-hmm. And we got the tacos, which were really good. But I feel like the place that we got the tacos from though was very. I feel like two white people gave me tacos.
Oh, really?
They were too light skinned for me to go. These are authentic.
Fuck up.
No, I know. It felt very like touristy, to be honest.
Oh.
But I mean, fucking Costa Rica is tourist as fuck, and it was so good.
I didn't get that vibe.
You thought it was authentic?
Well, it was just only two people, and they were both in the back cooking the whole time.
It was a girl and a guy who looked like fucking white hippies.
They spoke great English.
Yeah, and how was their Spanish?
Oh, I don't know.
Do you ever comment on accent of Spanish? I feel like every Spanish speaker I know comments on it, but you don't ever, because you do have an accent when you speak Spanish.
Yeah, I'm not going to judge others.
Well, yeah, but you know.
I don't know. I get judged a lot of my Spanish. Like I saw to talk about this the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like I'm too Hispanic for white people and I'm too white for Hispanic people.
Yeah.
So like I don't ever judge on accents because I'm like, I got fucked no matter what.
Yeah.
Everyone tells me I have an accent.
You're too white for white people, and you're
okay.
And you're like not even Hispanic at all. So, what's that?
Nobody gets that.
You're the powdered sugar on a French toast.
Anyway, to wrap it up, because we have a lot to say.
We gotta keep going. Yeah. The biggest part is coming back to America.
America. No, we loved our time in Mexico, but it was like, yeah, we did our 2 weeks. Let's head on back home. We got to move me out of LA. That's what's coming up, right?
Let me put it this way. Okay, Rosarito and then coming back to America is like getting a blowjob and then immediately getting kicked in the nuts. Like it's amazing and then terrible.
When did you write this joke? That was so good.
2 weeks ago. No, I'm just kidding.
Today?
Yeah. I was just thinking about it because it was like amazing and then fucking awful.
Yeah, no, that was the perfect analogy.
We're citizens and it was terrible coming into America.
Yeah, so
sneak in.
How do we begin? So it's like we have to leave. We bought all these groceries. We didn't finish all of our grains, like our rice and pastas and bread. So I'm like, I'm gonna pack it up. I was like, whatever, it's fine, right? So we pack up all our food, all our clothes. We're ready to go. We hit the road, but I'm already like, shit. We have food, we're hiding, you know, like, I hope they don't search our car, like, they're totally gonna find bread.
FYI, so we drove there in Laylee's car because we're on the West Coast. Mm-hmm. Laylee wanted me to drive, I think both ways, but I was aware that I'm not insured with this vehicle. We're going to go through government officials. They're going to look at papers and bullshit.
No,
I don't want to be the
point.
one. Also, we're going into a country where I don't speak the language.
No, that's what convinced me because I was like, what? You drive. But then I
Yeah.
was like, you're right. I should drive.
So
I speak Spanish and it's my car.
Thank the heavens. You can say that now.
Yeah.
Thank God you were driving though.
Thank the heavens.
So we're driving back. We're going toward the American border. Okay. Oh wait, fuck. We missed a turn again. Son of a bitch.
No Wi-Fi again.
No Wi-Fi. We get off one exit too early. Okay, I'm looking at the map. I go, I know we're in the direction to go to the border. Also, we're hitting a shitload of traffic, a ton of Cali plates. So I'm like, I think we're like in the line.
It looks like a line. Yeah, we're in the right place.
Yeah, exactly.
So then we have to make a decision. Like, are we trying to get back to whatever the map is telling us? Or do we just stay in this line? And we're like, let's just stay in this line. So we're in a very slow moving line. And there's cops kind of directing the flow of traffic. And then one of the cop extends his hand out. And in a stop motion. But he's doing it, or so I thought, to the car right behind me. It's like he's looking directly past me, right? So I keep going. And then I guess I don't move far enough to his cutoff point because there's what was it, a yellow tape?
Yeah, he had a weird rope thing that he was
But where did that even come from?
I think he was just trying to use it as proof because it was he didn't. It almost made it seem like he was going to seal off where we're going and everyone behind us had to back up like a yellow tape.
Right.
But that wasn't the case because people kept going.
Right, but that's what it seemed like.
Yeah,
it's
because he fucking
you
hit your
stop,
car with
I'm
it.
cutting you off.
Yeah.
This is where the line.
And then he was like, oh, you guys crossed the line.
I'm touching the yellow tape thing. I was like, I'm in trouble now. And he's pissed and slams my car and tells me to pull over. And so I pull over and I'm literally freaking out because I'm like, we have bread in the car.
yeah.
But so he pulls me over and he's this mean looking Mexican cop. And he's just like, why did you not listen to me? And I'm like, I swear I thought you were talking to the car behind me to stop. I'm sorry.
This is all in Spanish, FYI.
Good point. This is all in Spanish. So I'm like, I'm sorry. And he's like, well, you're getting a ticket. And I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. And he's like, okay, well, you have to go pay it 3 miles away.
Wait, so there's two guys.
Yes.
There's a big scary guy who had the rope thing. He hit your car. Was he the one who told you to pull over?
Yes, he's the one that told me to pull over.
He didn't tell you you're going to get a ticket.
No, he's the one that told me to pull over, and then he went off to your side and is standing over you.
Right. You know when a cop, I don't know if you've ever been pulled over. Yeah, I mean, of course you probably have. Two cops. The one that goes to the passenger side, they're trained to do this. They're going to be right outside your field of vision and they're going to be right behind your shoulder and they're just staring in your car, staring at you. And this is the motherfucker that takes down cartel looking dudes. I feel like he
was scary.
He was 6'5", big, dude. And also his face will look like he murdered somebody when he was 12 years old. He looked terrifying. But the other guy was a big old happy, fucking Pooh Bear looking dude. And he was the one that was talking to you. And he was saying,
he was like, well, you didn't listen, so you're going to get a ticket. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just going to go with that route. Because I am. I didn't think you were talking to me. And he's like, well, you have to go pay this ticket 3 miles away, only in pesos. And I'm like,
not cash, not credit card.
I don't have pesos. What? And yeah, exactly. He's like, no credit cards, no American dollars. And I'm like, I don't even have American dollars, so you're telling me I have to go get American dollars out of my card, then transfer it to pesos, then go to this place to pay my ticket to get my ID back.
Right. So the big thing here is is he has her, like what you just said, he has her ID in his hands. He's like, I'm taking your ID, and to be able to get your ID back, this is what you got to do.
But he took my ID immediately, like any cop would, right? Like, you have to give them your ID.
Right. Well, guess what?
about
In
it.
America, they give your cop back or your card back. They don't take it because you're registered in the system, whatever. So they were like, this is how we know. And here's another thing. So I'm sitting in the passenger seat. It's all Spanish the whole time, but I know a little bit. And that's why he also asked you, he's like, does this guy know Spanish? Because I know enough, but also I'm really good at picking up human body language. So
But he wasn't friendly about it, like you just said. He was like, does he know Spanish? And I was like, no, he doesn't know Spanish.
Right.
And he's like, why does he seem like he's understanding everything?
Right. He was trying to be a dick. And
I was like, he doesn't. I don't know what you want me to tell you. He's
right.
What?
So this is all in Spanish, but I saw him holding the ID. I mean, you can pick it up, and it's like, okay. And so he walks away, and Laylee is crying, essentially.
Immediately.
As she should be. I mean, this is terrible.
This is only my second time ever getting pulled over.
Well, there's that, and we're in a foreign country, and we're fucked because we don't have Wi-Fi to do with this goose chicks that this dude's basically telling us. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, what I've read about, like, the federales, the Mexican police, is they're corrupt. So I was like, I think I got $20 cash in my pocket of American dollars. Maybe we can just give it to him to get the ID back. And then I go, you know what? Fuck that ID. We can get you can literally renew your ID in America. Like, you can get back into America. We have our passports, FYI, which is way more crucial in identity in America for sure, or the world, than an ID. So it was like, that's what we have. That's all we need. We can get back. Fuck this ID. Yeah. Because we're going to get so lost. Like, cut ties. Whatever he says, that ID's gone. We're still going on our path, right?
But this is all going on inside Will's head.
Yeah.
I don't know any of this because we're surrounded by two cops and we can't speak to each other.
Right.
Like, I'm speaking to the cop.
I got a cartel killer staring at me. So I'm like, all right, I'm just going to...
Yeah, so I'm talking to the guy and I'm crying and I'm like, sir, I can't go get American Cash Out and then pesos and then go pay. Like, I don't have Wi-Fi. Yeah. I can't. Right. It's like the sentence I kept using, and it's like so funny now, but I'm like, I can't. Like, I'm like literally crying. Like, I can't do this. Like, I don't know what to tell you. And I'm like showing him my phone, like for him to see, like, I don't have any data. Look how lost I got. Am I even supposed to be in this line? Like, I can't, you know?
Yeah.
And I just was crying, and he's like, you have to do it. You have to do it. And I guess I said it enough times. He also kept asking me, like, how many times have you been here? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, this is my first time. This is literally my first time coming from California. I'm literally leaving California in 2 weeks. Like, this is my goodbye, West Coast. Like, I'm never coming here again, probably.
So, what happened?
So I cried enough, I guess.
And then he just gave her the ID back. And he goes, okay, well, you're in the wrong lane. You're going to get probably another ticket, but you'll get into America. And we're like, fuck it. I don't care, dude.
Yeah, I'm like, I have no Wi-Fi. I can't do any of this. No. Like, how do I get to America?
So, fun fact, once again, if I was driving, 1, I wouldn't cry. 2, they would really take advantage of me because I don't speak Spanish. And 3, because I'm a guy and they don't give a fuck. So, I'm so glad that Laylee was driving in that position because 1, if I was driving, I'm not insured. They asked for insurance, but it's like,
I didn't show it to him.
Whatever. I mean, it's just one of those things that would have been like terrible because they would have been like, we're gonna take advantage of this guy.
Yeah.
And
you would definitely not be crying helps as a girl. Everyone knows that, and I wasn't faking it. Like, I was literally like, I can't go on this crazy hunt you're telling me to do.
Right, and you know, once again, girls have it easier in this life than men for the most part.
What?
You almost agreed.
I almost did.
You almost did. I know you're like, yeah, totally. Yeah, if we can cry, guys will just give us the pass. It'll just make it easy.
Baby.
Cry internationally.
Advantage
How am I? Because the truth rang through to your head.
What?
No, but for real, if I was crying, if I cried, if I literally said every single word you said and I was crying, if I did everything you did, you think that guy would have gave me the ID back?
Yeah. If
Fuck
you
no,
cried.
he wouldn't. No, baby. You know, you were laughing because you know he would not have. He saw you. And the only reason it took so long to get that ID back is because I was sitting in the passenger seat. He's like, this fucking gringo's here.
Yeah.
And it's another dude and he's going to figure it, or not figure it out, but like, whatever. Like,
I'm also so glad you never told me that you had $20 because I literally kept saying, I don't have any money.
Oh.
Like, I have to go change money. Like, I kept using that in my, like,
excuse.
chase goose.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have any money. I have to take out money. I have to change money. And then I have to go get my ID. Like, how am I going to do this with no Wi-Fi, right?
Well, yeah, it worked out because it essentially cost us nothing. But at the time, I was like, I'll give $20 right now.
Sure.
I don't care, dude.
Sure.
Just give us this. Anyway, so
basically we leave and he's like, you're in the wrong line. You're going to take it. Well, whatever. You're going to get into America. And I'm like, I don't give a shit. Whatever. And so basically there comes a point in the line where it becomes a fork.
What did he say before that though? So he told us we're in the wrong line and you're gonna get a ticket. Sorry, am I recapping it? Okay, cool. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, so I'm like, I don't care. I'm gonna get a ticket. Who cares? I'm still getting into America. So there comes a point in the line where you had a fork, but there's a division. What is that called?
A divider.
Like on the ground.
Yeah.
There's the divider.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm like, oh shit, I'm probably supposed to be on that other one. Like that's what he meant. So let me get over there. Remember I made that like U-turn?
Yeah, because we saw, I mean, here's the thing. When you're near the border, but especially like basically right before this turn, because also originally our Google Maps were taking us to this lane. So the lane we were in was literally going into it, if that makes sense. So it was turning right into this lane, the main lane that goes across the border. So you take a left into this lane and we were in that lane to go there. And the cop told us we're in the wrong lane. And so a bunch of cops we saw were pulling people over left and right. Because even when we were pulled over, there was another car that got pulled over. But
many.
He was like laughing. He pulled off. So I don't know what happened there. But it was like, anyway, the federal, man, they're just trying to get some easy money, essentially. Mm-hmm. So he told us we're in the wrong lane. We used to get people getting pulled over because there was like something about like a sticker. Like we didn't have the right sticker.
Oh, yeah. What was that called?
I don't fucking know. He just made something up, right? And so
he said if we didn't have the sticker in our passports, we couldn't get through that line. He made it sound like like a speedy round or whatever.
So we do like this weird U-turn and we get in like the main line. So we kind of go a little further back, but we're like, we don't care. Like we just don't want to be fucked with. Like we just want to get across into America. That's all we want right now.
Yeah.
Right? And so we sit in this line for 4 hours.
From that point, for the next 4 hours, we probably spoke to each other for like 10 minutes because we're both so like stressed out about what happened. We're also like, we have bread in the car. Like,
yeah.
Are we even in the right line? Like, are they going to search us? Also, if they're going to search us, like, what are they going to find? Also, we just got pulled over by the Mexican cops. Like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, we basically had enough time to, like, take the anxiety of that stop. It was obviously really high. And we had so much time that it came down to be like, okay, we're in the line. And then it obviously goes right back up to, like, oh, shit, we have rice. We have grains.
I think we maybe even had some shrimp.
We might. Oh shit. That's like class 5 felony. I don't even know what that means. But
for legal purposes, we didn't have.
We didn't have shrimp. No, I don't know what we had. We didn't have shellfish. We have grains. We have nothing. So, but whatever. We don't know. Like, it's all like kind of vague, to be honest.
There's
like,
no signs.
There's nothing that really says if you have honey wheat cereal from this box on this time, then you can't cross the border. So it's also kind of vague in the sense of like it's kind of left up to the border agents, and we're like, We just want to get back to America.
This took 4.5 hours. And the whole time we're seeing the other lane we were in is just going 2 times faster than us.
Yeah. And there's a lane to our right that's just driving.
They're just flying.
Yeah.
They're
not even on the ground. They're literally hovering.
So we finally, 4.5 hours later, make it to the point where we see an agent. And like, we're so fed up and calm and stressed at the same time that Will actually was like, should I ask them? Like, what are all these lines? I don't understand why that one is literally flying above the ground. I'm like, yeah, fucking ask them. So you do.
Yeah. I'm glad that you said Will actually ask them.
I didn't say that.
You literally said it.
Did I?
100%.
Play it back.
Yo, don't you worry. I know you said that word. So I actually asked them. That was me, FYI.
Don't make me laugh.
Why
I
not?
have to go to the bathroom.
I know, me too.
I'll race you.
So we go to these border agents because they're just shooting the shit. They're obviously like, whatever. And I was like, hey, man, like, what's the difference between all these different lines? And he goes, okay, so the one on the one that was like we were in essentially was like, oh, if you have like identification, like a passport, an ID, then you
anything American,
you're in that line. But the first line we're talking about, the one that's like the one that's flying, is you take like crazy background checks that like they interview your mom, your grandma, your dog, your spirit and your resting moon of astrology, whatever. And he's like, anyway, so they interview all that. And then the lane we were in was like, if you have no ID, like you're a child essentially.
Or like like you lost your ID because you got too drunk, but you have your birth certificate.
Then this is the lane. So it was like, we were in literally the worst, because it was one lane. Everything had 3 lanes. We were in the one lane and we're like, fuck that guy.
Like, we have an ID and a passport. What?
Yeah.
Why are we in this lane?
Because that cop.
And so we told him, we didn't want to tell him, like, a cop pulled us over.
What do you mean?
Told us this.
No, I told him that.
No, we didn't tell him that part. We were just like, oh, cop told us we should be on this lane.
And he goes, yeah, they're fucking federales. They're the Mexican police.
That.
And they're like, yeah, we've seen people like, hey, you want to go on the quicker lane? Give us $20 and we'll just put you there. So it's like, FYI, you go to Mexico, just know in the back of your mind and the front of your mind and probably the middle of your mind, Mexican cops are dirty as fuck and they just want cash money.
Yeah.
If they stop you, hopefully they don't. But they just want literal money. Like it's corrupt as shit. It's really kind of sad in a lot of ways. It's anarchy in a lot of sense. But anyway, so we're like, fuck this guy. But at the same time, we're like now finally 4 steps to the border. And we're just like trying to get in. Also, we're paranoid as shit because we have terrible luck.
And of course, I'm like, are they checking the cars though? Like, what are they doing?
What do they do? And
of course, it's our turn. And I give the guy my passport. And he's like, are you carrying any bread? No, but he's like, are you bringing anything in? And I'm like, thank God for masks on my face.
Yeah.
I'm like, no. And then he's like, okay, open your trunk. And I'm like, oh my God. It's all back there, right?
Yeah.
So, of course, I'm so nervous because I've been driving for 5-6 hours now at this point through cops and terribleness.
Yeah.
So I'm like, how do I even open my trunk? So I'm like clicking things and the guy's literally like trying to open my trunk, like super serious dead face. Like, it looked like I was hiding a human in my trunk.
Yeah, it was like, That's
I'm like,
right.
I literally can't open my trunk, sir.
I forgot.
I'm so nervous.
Yeah, because I was like, I was like, Laylee, I had to tell you. And I was like, it's not even my car. I remember that because you were so like, that's right. He was like, ma'am, open it. He said it a lot because Laylee was like
pulling on the thing,
God, that was the most suspicious looking shit I've ever seen in my life. Yeah. Hey, I'm going to be honest. Like, that guy had every right to, like, fucking pull something on us.
God. So I finally open it. And then, of course, he opens a suitcase. Yeah. And I'm like, that's where I'm hiding.
I have no mirrors, right? So the driver has got the rear view mirror and all these mirrors.
I can see it, yeah.
Yeah, and I just hear zippers being pulled. And I'm like, I don't know. It's just like, when you go through the airport and you walk past a drug dog and you're like, oh my God, do I have 2 kilos of cocaine in my... It's like, of course you don't, but your brain just goes that way. Yeah, so I'm hearing all these zippers. I'm like, whoa. And what just happened? I'm like, Jesus Christ. All right. Do I know my mom's phone number to call her internationally? I'm like, I think I do.
He looked around like a suitcase and then the backpack and like another little bag. And everything was fine, obviously, but it was like the fact that he was doing it all. And then he finally comes back around, super serious, and it's like, have a good day, welcome to America. And then I'm like,
oh my God.
It never felt so good to drive.
That drive back from the border to LA was the most beautiful. We're not even illegal immigrants, so it's like we're not even refugees, but
I know.
I can't even imagine like coming through and seeing the Statue of Liberty and signing through Ellis Island and be like, I'm in America. But anyway, I've been born and raised here, and I was like, this is amazing.
We made it, David.
We did it, and we got back to finally to LA, and we're like, I don't know what we ate, but we just chilled, and we're like, I'm fucking so happy.
God, what a time.
So once again, Rosarito, amazing. Coming back into America.
They kicked us in the nuts.
Right in both of them. 2 feet.
After the blowjob.
Absolutely. Anyways, y'all, thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening.
This has been the pregame.
Hope everyone goes to Mexico, especially if you're on the West Coast.
Check it out. Don't have some cash just in case,
Cheers.
Peace, y'all.